'cause I miss you. Are you plugged in? Oh, you are. Where are you? And I'm trying.
Where are you?
And I'm crying.
Where are you?
And I need a friend, so where are you? And I gotta wait till the end, 'cause I want you. And I don't wanna die by your side, because I wanna try and be friends for the end. Where are you? Welcome, guys and gals, to Limitless Conversations, the podcast hosted by two broke and enthusiastic teenagers. My name is Ian Boyd.
My name is Oscar Wolfgang.
It's another midday shoot. Can you tell?
Okay.
I don't want to get a noise complaint because, you know, we're in a big studio and we share with neighbors.
They're doing the Avengers 4 reshoots right across.
If you guys want spoilers, well,
Spider-Man
doesn't make it.
No.
Believe it or not, Captain America actually turns into Thanos.
Yeah, the whole time travel thing, it turns out he was actually...
It's pretty nuts, actually. Yeah. And Ant-Man, whew.
Ant-Man's not even in it.
No.
That was really confusing to me.
I think that they just scrapped that character altogether.
Yeah.
Anyways, today our topics are going to be some Batman news, because, you know, we love our Batman here at Limitless Cinematics. And also some personal news that we'll probably just segue into because we can't really think of anything right now, but we usually end up doing it.
Wow!
And also, if we have nothing else to talk about, we got some Spider-Man Far From Home stuff.
Because he's our other boy.
He's our other boy. Yeah. We got both our boys here. As always, the links to all these topics will be in the description. If you don't want to listen to everything, you probably wish you could have skipped that intro, but you know what? It's okay.
Too late, man.
And the links to the Soundcloud and Google Play will be in the description as well if you don't want to look at our ugly faces as we're talking to you and you just want to listen. The past 3 episodes will be on there all the time.
Yes.
Without further ado, though, let's get right into it. Roll that intro!
And we're back!
Oh my god, and that is why I said I'd only eat jelly beans from now on.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Oh, Jimmy Cricket, you make me funny. And we're back.
That intro was by Ross Budgeton, our boy, our man, our Lloyd and Savior. Thank you, Ross, for being such a trooper.
Yep.
So, Oscar, do you know who Oscar Isaac is? You have a similar name. I'm assuming you all knew each other. Yeah.
What?
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah. What?
Oh, this is... Okay, Oscar, there's a misunderstanding. Oh, okay. Cut.
Why did we stop rolling?
Gotta listen.
No, keep rolling, right?
Stop. Tommy, stop right now. Oscar, I need to talk to you for a second.
Okay.
So what we're doing today was we're actually talking about a topic that has to do with another Oscar.
Yeah?
Now I know. Stop it. Now I know this might be difficult for you to process, and I get it. One time I was in my old podcast and we talked about Sir Ian McKellen, and I was confused with the whole thing, but I found out right at the end of the podcast that I wasn't playing Magneto. So
You're not?
No.
Okay, so we're good then. All right, let's roll.
Okay, so keep it going, Tommy.
Okay,
Okay, so Oscar Isaac.
Yep. What's up?
You're playing Batman. Possibly.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
No, it's not confirmed. All I know is that actually I just found out this today. Oscar told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm referring to you this time. You told me. You told me that he was cast as in a Batman movie.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go from here.
Yeah.
So there has been some problems with the old Batman movie. We've talked about it before. I'm gonna fix my hair.
I don't need to fix anything because I'm
Harless.
Okay, show off.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've talked about Matt Reeves before.
Audio listeners are probably just like, why do they keep on clapping?
Yeah. Alright, so Oscar Isaac has been cast in the Matt Reeves Batman movie. And there's been a lot of problems with that movie lately, considering...
Oscar, I told you to go on airplane mode.
No!
No! It's gone. We shouldn't have gotten the open roof studio. Tommy, I'm blaming you. That's right.
It's because they shoot Avengers 4 in here and they needed the sky.
Right, sorry.
Right?
We shouldn't have let them take off our roof.
Yeah.
Who needs to borrow a roof? Usually it's like sugar or something, but they knocked on the door like,
can we borrow your
can we
roof?
borrow your roof?
We're
real
like,
quick?"
I mean, if you
real
can
and-
do it. And then next thing you know, Chris Hemsworth comes in and just...
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah. I didn't know
All
he was
the
actually
Chris's,
God.
all the Chris's came and just like full get-ups and just lifted our roof.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed.
I didn't see Christopher Walken, though.
Well, he's busy shooting.
Spy Kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so Oscar Isaac is in the Matt Reeves...
What? Sorry.
Okay, so Matt Reeves' Batman film has been through a lot of stuff. Ben Affleck, who knows if he's even gonna be in it anymore? Unfortunately, he is busy with some personal stuff, and so I think they're gonna cast another Batman. Unfortunately, but this certain theory got me intrigued. It has not been confirmed.
Kicked your theory senses into
This
overdrive.
kicked my theories into That'll be our new thing that we say every time. Yeah, so it hasn't been confirmed, but there is people think that Oscar Isaac met with Warner Brothers for a role in the Matt Reeves Batman movie.
For those of you who don't know who Oscar Isaac is, he
Yeah.
plays Poe. You play Poe Dameron in Star Wars.
Like from Kung Fu Panda?
No, that's a completely different Poe. Yeah. Every time we say a character that he's played.
Yeah. The crazy dude from Ex Machina.
Es Machina.
So,
Have you
what?
have you realized that's a thing now where when people are describing actors if they've been in a Marvel movie, they're like that guy from that Marvel movie when he's done like so many better things. It's like
Oscar Isaac, that guy from that X-Men movie? Me neither.
No.
Because no one remembers that one. So, Oscar Isaac met with Warner Brothers apparently. People are thinking Two-Face, Hush, Thomas Elliott, aka Hush. They got a lot of ideas. Penguin, some people are even thinking.
Thomas Wayne. No, Alec Baldwin is gone. Therefore, they re-got him. So they got Oscar
Yeah.
Isaac.
Okay, so anyway, so Oscar Isaac has been apparently cast in a role or discussed to, and a really interesting theory that someone mentioned is that he's playing Batman, and I was like, huh,
How do you feel about that?
I like it a lot.
You like it?
At first, I was like, really?
Because I feel like he's not really like Ben Affleck.
He doesn't got that Batman look, but someone made some concept art, and I was
Someone
like,
put a mask on him when he was sleeping. And,
someone
took a
put
pic-
black makeup on his
Yeah.
eyes and put a thing on that only shows like his lower jaw.
And you know what? It kind of made me go, that's Batman.
That's Batman. Okay. A Photoshop someone made is that one there.
Mhm.
It doesn't look bad. It's a really
I feel like you could
bad
do that with a
quality, but-
lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
That's what I mean by like looks aren't everything when it's these kinds of characters. It's
I
if
think-
they can pull it off, because you can do Batman for a lot of people. You just have to put the mask on it because it's the only lower half that really matters that much.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
What really matters is if he
Acting-wise.
can do Bruce Wayne.
I
Which
think-
are,
I
is
think he could
completely
do-
different from Batman.
I think he could do Bruce Wayne better than he could do Batman. Have you seen that man's charm?
He's
that
pretty
man's
charming.
Charisma.
You're right. He's got some.
He's got that charm. I think he could pull off a Batman real good.
All right.
And I think even if they just cast him in, next thing you know, he's in Justice League 2, he's in everything, and they don't even mention that it's not Ben Affleck anymore, I think it could work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's got the little scruff. I think he could pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. I'm cool with it.
The only thing that he needs to do is try not to be Ben Affleck. Try to not act like Ben Affleck acts like Batman. He needs to act like Batman and just take out the Ben Affleck part.
I think he could do really well and like put a new layer on the character.
Because as soon as you start trying to act like another actor acting that person, that's when it goes down. You got to take that character and make it your own. Because I have spent 12 years in acting school and I know all of this.
I'm a pro, man.
I'm a pro.
You want this?
What's with all the shade? It was a lampshade for you audio listeners.
So anyway, I put a lampshade near Ian. So, where we're going from this? Have you seen Ex Machina?
I have not.
Oh.
I haven't seen a lot of movies that are like considered movies that you should watch because I don't know why I haven't watched them.
Well, I don't know if it's your forte. It's like a robot thriller freaky thing.
Yeah, but I feel like I should at least watch these movies because I do watch a lot of movies and I'm like, this is pretty good, and then I realized that it was like a classic, and I'm like, oh,
what?
That would explain it.
Yeah.
Like Inception, I didn't really know that was like a big thing. And I watched it and I was like, oh wait, this is a big thing.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And 500 Days of Summer, apparently that was a big thing too, but I watched that before. Don't ask why. But
I was told to watch, but I never did.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I like it. It changed my views on relationships and life and love and everything.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll take a little gander.
It's a nice thing.
For
That could be a personal topic if you want.
For the better or the worse?
It's interesting. I wouldn't say it's for the worse because it kind of made me not only think about them. Because I watched it during a time, of course, when all you think about is that.
Yeah.
Like, and then I watched it and I was like, because I don't want to reveal it, because it's like, I'd say it's probably one of the most real romantic comedies out there.
Okay.
About
it's by,
about real Mark Webb.
Yeah, the guy who's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I watched it, because I was like, oh, I want to watch some of his stuff.
Huh.
And then,
Alright.
yeah. So it changed my views on that kind of stuff, and it's
I'll take a look at it.
Yes, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
So, anyway, in Ex Machina,
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac plays a rich, like, Mark Zuckerberg, but like creepy.
Yeah.
And part of it's kind of Bruce Wayne, you know?
Huh.
Because he's a little rich and
Yeah.
So, it's a real trippy movie.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I think he could do a good job. He would definitely have to like start pumping a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's
got a smaller frame than Ben Affleck.
Who do you think? Like, I'm just thinking now.
I don't know who.
I think the audience, like, when this was released, like, people online were fairly positive about the idea of Oscar Isaac being Batman. So I feel like if now that Ben Affleck is out of the picture, and people are like, oh no, we gotta cast a Batman, let's do this guy. People love that idea. Let's just do it. What if he was going in for another character anyway? I feel like they're like, oh no, people love this idea anyway. We might as well cast him as Batman.
Yeah.
There's theories that Adam Driver is going to play Nightwing, which is an interesting choice, but I'm cool with it. It would be pretty funny if DC just took all the Star Wars actors.
That would be interesting.
That could be a topic of its own, casting every Star Wars character in a DC role.
Oh, God.
Half of them are already in DC anyway.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill's Joker.
True.
Anyway. Yeah, so what are your opinions on the old Poe Dameron putting on the cape and the cowl?
I don't know. I don't really have much strong opinions towards it. If he does it and people like it, I just hope that he doesn't get hate from it, because that's one of my least favorite things is when actors get hate for a role.
Yeah, I was bothered by the Ruby Rose Batwoman stuff and
I didn't like it Rose in Star Wars how much I get hating on the character.
Or
I'm
the
like,
plot.
if you don't like the character or the plot, sure, you have whatever you want.
But then when you take it
once you take it to the actor for ruining your movie, that's not.
Yeah.
Complain about so many things before that, because that is the lowest point that you can get to.
Yeah.
She deleted her Instagram and everything.
Yeah, and Daisy Ridley did too.
Yeah.
Kevin, speaking of Kevin Smith, he's right there. Hi, Kevin. He mentioned a thing on his podcast that he said the thing that bothers him most is back in the day, early 2000s, 1990s, 80s, you know? It's always been the joke that nerds are like, oh no, girls like superheroes? Oh my god, and they get so excited. And nowadays, everybody likes superheroes. And it's gotten to the point so far where, like, originally, you want people to like superheroes. Like, nerds back
Yeah.
in the day were a minority who were like, come, we'll all be nerd friends. And now everybody likes these superhero movies, and it's gotten so far that now they're making groups in fandom saying, hey, you're not like us, you can't be part of our fandom.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of twisted it, and I thought he mentioned that and said that's a problem, and we kind of, you know, people back, you know, people work so hard to have other people be fans of what they love, and now they're ridiculing people for not loving it as much as they do. And I'm like,
true.
It's been quite a turn.
Yeah, it's not good.
Love everyone. Yeah, I think he would have good chemistry with the whole cast.
Yeah.
Of Justice League and everyone. He's a very charming man. In interviews, he's always funny.
He seems like one of those people that it's hard not to like them.
Yeah, and I feel like
hard not.
He's one of the. He's like the Sebastian Stan. Yeah. Yeah, I like that guy. I think. Yeah, he'd be. I think it would be like a dream come true kind of role for him too. Like he would never complain. Like Paul Bettany, he would just never complain about being Batman no matter what. He's the kind of guy that strikes me to be like that. Yeah, I would be all for it. Doesn't mean they're gonna do it, but I would love to see it happen.
Exciting. So one thing is that this is our last podcast with these lights.
That is true. Our podcasts are gonna suddenly get real bad.
It won't matter for you audio listeners, but for us it is very unfortunate because we love these lights very much, and we've probably mentioned that multiple times in different podcasts.
Yeah, in the latest one we just posted.
Yeah.
We mentioned it. So.
Yeah. So we enjoy them, but we're gonna have to give them away. And we're gonna have to work with what we got, which is not a lot.
iPhone lights.
iPhone lights, probably.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. It really is unfortunate because we have a mood here that I'm finally starting to feel like we're in the good groove. We can set it up real quickly.
We like rented the stage. We have a whole crew behind us, and now they're taking the lights away. Tommy,
no, not yet. Stop fiddling with the light. No, Tommy, stop.
Tommy,
back off.
Thank you.
He's been interning here for a while now, and he still doesn't get it. So I think we might just have to.
I think it's because we're not paying him.
True. Yeah, that's right.
We're not paying anyone here, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
What do you do though? Am I right? It's just part of life. So
they're gone. They just left.
Damn it. Tommy, stay. Nope. Oh, we got him. We got Tommy. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
my man.
I always believe in you. Hell yeah, Tommy. All right.
All right. So we got you, me, and Tommy.
All right.
All right.
So basically, that kind of leads into this is our last year in school.
Yeah, we're graduating.
Which is terrifying to me.
That's gnarly. Yeah. It always feels like it's going to be like when you're in grade 9, you're like, graduation. It's going to be years from now.
It's happening.
Yeah.
In the last, not 2 podcasts ago, we talked about how we met and everything.
Yeah.
And now we're we have made the decision to try to go through this path together.
Yeah, going to university
in a duo collaboration.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy how. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting.
This is our
adventure.
last year.
Of high school
before we start going off into the real world and trying to
make a career out of this.
Yeah. So this is.
Leave your answers in the comments.
Leave out what you think. Please actually don't because there would be a lot of no's. But yeah.
After the Nerf video.
Exactly. But that might be pretty cool I think there are probably people who listen to this that aren't that don't know us in real life. I think there's at least a couple.
We have the costume designer for CW shows following us on Instagram.
And they made Colossus's vest in Deadpool.
Yeah, so
that's
thank
pretty cool.
you. I hope you watched the show.
Succubus Studios. I don't want to butcher your name, but Succubus Studios. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, is there anything you want to talk about of what you've learned we can do this one on our final one before we graduate, but thus far, right before grade 12, things that you want to talk about high school, anything that...
I don't know, it's a crazy time.
It's a crazy time. Oh yeah, the thing that I was going to mention, for those, if there are people who don't actually know us and listen to these, that might be crazy if we do ever amount to doing something that you would have followed our journey. Yeah, that might be cool. That's mostly cool for us. A big reason why I make these videos and that stuff is so I can look back and see all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only for me anymore. It's more like I want to see what my views on certain things were back then.
Yeah.
And
That'll be cool.
yeah, it'll be interesting. And these podcasts will grow with us, which will be pretty cool. Hopefully, that's our hope.
That would be cool. I don't know. It's a crazy time.
It is
for life, graduation. There's probably people watching me like, you got no idea what
you
it's
have
like.
no idea what's coming
boyo.
up. That's why I was like, when people are always telling me like, I can't wait to graduate, I'm like, I sure can.
Yeah.
I can wait years because I know as soon as graduation comes, you don't want to be here anymore.
It's gonna be a crazy time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be moving to out of this stage to the big city,
The Big Apple,
the Big Apple, and starting to take school in some
New York
film.
City. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to me and Ian are gonna be stage theater actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
We actually just signed on to
Shrek the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donkey.
We kept going backstage.
Yeah. But it's a start. You know, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you know, gotta make a living out of this. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
For those of you, a little tip for high school: if you enjoy something,
Do it.
yeah, do it. Don't be scared, because that's something that I've realized. You need to just stop. Even it's my last year, and I have some regrets, of course, of not doing certain things that I wish I did in early years, based on being scared of like what people would think. But high school is the time that you can do that without any repercussions.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if I could like look back, you're like, dang, I would have done that if I had time.
Yeah,
but now that
exactly.
we're running out of time, it's like now I can't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
It's a shame.
Huh. Where are we going from here?
I don't know. I kind of just pulled the train along, and then I fell off the track, but the train is still there, so you can push it.
I
and
could
keep it going
try
if you
catching up. I fell off. So.
want. You fell off?
Yeah,
That's
kind of hurt
awful.
my knees. If you can see, there's rocks.
Oh. This is probably the second zaniest we've been since the Infinity War one.
At least we're not Nile.
Zany?
Nile?
Oh!
Justin Bieber!
What? One Direction?
Where? Which?
What Tommy, what direction? So yeah, basically, the end of it is, Oscar and I are graduating soon, and we'll be going far from home.
Speaking of Far From Home,
Spider-Man, Far
Thomas
From Home.
Holland.
Is Thomas his actual name? Because we got this for Tom Cruise. You can't be 2 for 2. It's impossible.
There's no way.
The odds are going to be against him. It's Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Thomas Holland. Jebediah Holland.
That's his name.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Thomas Stanley Holland. I knew that because it's Stan Lee.
Oh.
Stanley.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And he looks like Stanley.
Yeah, he does. Younger Stanley.
Yeah.
Um.
Crazy stuff. So he is gonna be in Spider-Man 2, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He got cast as Spider-Man.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't know if he could do it, you know. Okay, so Far From Home is a big old secret.
Sorry. I just watched Oscar type Far From and then hit enter and just sit there for a minute and look at it.
Realize it's not what I was... Oh boy. Okay, so it's very different from, or it's they're keeping it under wraps, not telling people about what's going on with it. Tom Holland has gotten bigger. He's gotten more muscly.
Oh, yeah.
If you've noticed.
I have a theory. My theory senses have been kicked into overdrive.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, exactly. I think
I just ripped
that this one. It's okay. It's gonna. So we know he's in London, right?
Yep.
He was on a class field trip to London, and then the
Is
movie
it confirmed
ends.
it's a class field trip?
I don't know. That's just what I'm assuming.
Okay.
It's a class field trip to London, and
Yeah.
it ends with them going on the bus back to New York, and they see a spaceship.
The spaceship from Avengers 3?
So it's a prequel to Avengers 3. Because remember, when Stark asked, "Kid, what are you doing here?" He
I
said,
see.
"Field trip."
Oh, so it's going to be before Avengers 3. Wouldn't that be trippy?
Because Ant-Man did it.
Yeah.
Why not Spider-Man 2?
Huh. Didn't think about that. That's actually very plausible.
It is.
It's very plausible.
Because I think they really want to keep people like, oh, well, I guess it is coming out after Avengers 4 too, so I don't know.
Oh wait, no. They Kevin Feige said Spider-Man 2 takes place immediately after Avengers 4.
Shucks!
So
My fan theory senses have been slapped out.
slapped right out of overdrive.
But that would have been a cool theory, huh?
Yeah, that would have been.
Hello, Guru. Didn't think of that one, did you?
So, they've announced, or there's the theory that Hydro Man is going to be in the movie. Apparently, there's another thing that just came out like yesterday, about another character.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, Vulture's going to be in this one too. Michael Keaton's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Um,
Go to London to stalk him.
Maybe. Chameleon is maybe in it. Molten Man is another thought. But Mysterio is apparently the main villain.
Yeah.
I think we both knew that. Jake Gyllenhaal is possibly playing him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it says the cast, yeah.
Yeah, they have not confirmed it, but apparently Google's like, yeah, it's true.
It's happening.
So, it's Superman.
It's Superman. And MJ's in there again. Well, how do you feel about the MJ thing?
I am all for it. But I was like, huh? Because
Yeah.
they said her name's Michelle. And in Spider-Man comics, there's another character named Michelle Gonzalez. And so I thought she was playing her. So the whole movie, I was like, oh, yo, that's Michelle.
Yeah,
that's
like, Michelle right there.
And they're like, oh, it's MJ. And I was like,
yeah, I wish
so who is
I
it?
feel like it could have been presented differently.
I think it's a mix of the two characters.
I think they were, or they were going for something else, and people were like, "Is she MJ?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, let's just throw it in."
Yeah. The thing I think is interesting about this MCU Spider-Man is it's very different.
Yeah.
Like when I think imagine classic Spider-Man, I'm imagining Spider-Man, Mary Jane Watson, Gwen Stacy, and if you think about like Uncle Ben, like all this stuff is Spider-Man. When you go to the MCU and they're like, "This is our Spider-Man," we got Tom Holland playing Spider-Man, which is awesome.
Yeah.
He's a kid. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So far, no Gwen Stacy. But there's been theories that the girl from Riverdale has been cast
Lily
as Gwen Stacy.
Reinhardt.
Yeah,
I think her name
yeah,
is.
but there's theory that she's been cast. And Uncle Ben hasn't even been mentioned yet. It's very different from usual Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're taking a different approach, but I'm okay with that.
I don't mind. There's a few people that aren't a big fan of it, but
I'm very excited to see the new suit they've been hyping.
Really?
They said Spider-Man's gonna have a new suit in this one.
Interesting.
So
Because a lot of people didn't like the fact that he didn't make his own suit.
maybe he will in this one.
Hopefully.
Who knows? Do you think the Daily Bugle will be a thing?
I really hope that they get that, what's his name again? J. Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons. He was in Justice League.
Yeah, I really hope they get him back.
He said he'd do it again.
He was perfect. But then again, no, they can't because one of part of Marvel's contract.
Right.
I actually found that. A
That you
little
can't be
list
part
of
of DC?
things. A list of things that Marvel actors have to abide by. Oh yeah, Marvel Fact Files. Marvel_Fact Files on Instagram. Okay, so number 1. To read a full movie script, each actor must individually go into a dark room, windowless room without
This is for Just Infinity War, though, right?
I don't know because
I think
because it says other things too.
Okay.
But I don't know how true some of these are because
the dark room thing I think was only for Infinity War.
Yeah, but I don't know because some of these are for everyone.
Okay. Well, anyway, continue.
Well, let's just Disney has 10 rules which every Marvel Studios character must follow for MCU movies.
Okay.
And then number 1 is to read a full movie script. Each must individually go into a dark windowless room without their cell. I think this is for a full movie script.
To read, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And finish the reading in one sitting, not just like their parts, I guess. I don't know.
To like listen to the whole story.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing because
Yeah.
as an actor, I want to know each character's plotline, what they go through, so that I can execute my acting as best as possible.
And second, they do not allow multiple Disney properties to be released in the same month.
Yeah, I know about that.
3, all casts must maintain their clean persona inside and outside of the studio. Smoking cannot be depicted on screen at all by any characters unless the film is a historical biography, and that particular person smoked in real life.
Okay.
Disney requires strict training regimens, including 2 hours a day of fitness and training. And 6, each film helps advertise their other Disney properties by dropping Easter eggs and references Like, remember when Ultron's saying Pinocchio's "I've got no strings"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they do one in Homecoming?
Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah. This one, I don't know if they just slipped it by Disney or if it's just not true. No beheading is allowed in a Marvel movie because in Doctor Strange, at the very beginning they beheaded the librarian.
Did they?
Yeah. You see the bucket and then boom.
Oh, they did something really dark in Civil War too, and I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
They like put that guy upside down and drowned him,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know how true that seventh one is. 8 MCU actors have to sign a non-compete clauses that prohibit them from being in a rival company's product. So no DC while working for Disney.
So if you work for Disney, your contract ends. You work for DC, your contract ends. Can you go back to Marvel?
Probably. Actors were often stuffed into a mysterious van and told the scene they were about to shoot a mere moments before actually shooting.
That was Infinity War. I know
Yeah.
that was just Infinity War, but yeah.
And regardless of where you are in the world, you have to be immediately accessible for reshoots as well as character appearances, promo tours, and merchandising, etc.
You know the Avengers thing with Chris Evans?
No.
With his beard?
What about it?
In the shawarma scene for
Yeah.
Avengers?
Oh yeah, he had to
He had a
cover
beard,
it.
so the
Yeah.
whole scene was like, yeah. Thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's interesting.
But so I don't know how true some of those are, but
I think I read most of those on Screen Rant or
Yeah.
something, so yeah.
so that kind of gave me a different outlook on some things. I was like, okay, well.
Well, it's interesting that they make them keep such like a and that's probably why the James Gunn thing went down, is because they were, because of this thing, is they want him to keep a Disney profile, but
yeah.
unfortunate.
I'm sure there have been some Marvel characters in DC movies, though, haven't there?
Yeah, there has to be DC characters that were in, or Marvel characters
While
that were
doing
in
the
DC.
both movies, though, like.
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck, Daredevil.
Yeah, but not MCU, I guess,
Mhm.
because that wasn't Disney yet.
Natalie Portman, Ryan Reynolds, Hugo Weaving. What was Hugo Weaving in?
A Red Skull.
But what was he DC?
I don't know.
Oh, like 80s movies. I guess that's true then, because
Yeah.
or actually, there we go.
Yeah,
He's
Goliath, and he's also
Um,
the guy at the Daily
yeah,
Planet.
Perry White,
Yeah.
and he's still Perry White. So
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Unless he's not anymore,
True.
his contract could be end. Could be end.
Could
be done.
be and could be done.
I'm just gonna take a little look at this.
Lawrence Fishburne. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you looking forward to for Far From Home?
I'm hoping to get some good old Spider-Man stuff. No, I don't know. It's
They announced that the special effects artist that worked on the Amazing Spider-Man 2, who was like the higher up for doing all the web swinging effects, is going to be working for Far From Home. So that means that we might finally see Spider-Man do some actual web swinging in the MCU.
true, because he hasn't really done that yet.
In Homecoming, he hasn't done a lot of web swinging.
I wonder if that was a little thing to try to
I think
hide the fact that they couldn't do it that well.
I think they mentioned something like they were having trouble with it, but
Yeah.
Spider-Man hasn't thrown a single punch in Homecoming, which
True.
I thought I really
Maybe
enjoyed
some
the
more
show.
fight choreography.
Yeah, he gets totally blasted by water. So
Yeah.
maybe that'll go somewhere. Mysterio could be the villain. You think it's gonna be lighthearted and like campy, and like for kids?
I think probably it'll be like Homecoming, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't really have a problem with that. It's just
Yeah.
I hope that they make it better, like more mature as Spider-Man matures.
Yeah. You think Tom Holland's gonna be like the next RDJ? He'll be like the leader of the Avengers in the next couple
Could
years.
be. I don't know if he'll be the leader, but
Captain Marvel probably.
yeah, I think that she will, and then he'll probably do the Fantastic Four thing
You think they're gonna reboot MCU in like 20
eventually. Which it will be good, but it'll be kind of sad
years?
because then I'll be like, back in my day, these were the MCU movies, Marvel movies, and then the kids will be all like, those suck.
These new ones.
Those are terrible graphics.
These new ones where Iron Man has 4 heads.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah.
Well, the CGI isn't that good anyways.
I'm
not gonna do that.
Whatever.
Mostly Iron Man's suit, I've noticed, because I watched part of it, the Avengers. His suit looked pretty good in that one.
You know what bothered me is his suit in Infinity War looked so fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's what I mean. Like, compared from the first Avengers to Infinity War.
Yeah. I think it's because originally RDJ was in the costume and they like half of it was CG and half of it was real, but now it's just all CG.
Yeah.
Like they don't. He's nowhere to be seen. So I mean, there's a couple shots behind the scenes where you see him in like a chess piece, but that's it. So I think that's probably why.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah. So yeah, the CG, like everyone was like, "Oh, Thanos' CG is so amazing, and it really shows you how much better Marvel is compared to DC with their Steppenwolf." And I watched the movie and I was thinking that, like, I agreed with. I was like, yeah, like, come on, DC, get on it. And then I watched it, I was like, oof, I think they spent all their money on Thanos. And they were like,
Pretty
oh,
much,
yeah, we need Iron Man.
Here we go. It looked good on the close-up of, like, the nanotech and stuff. And then, like, on the close-ups. But once it would get, like, the full body, like, when he first, like, did the thing in the street with, like, all the things coming out, I watched that and I was like...
Yeah, when he... Or the part that really bothered me is when he's like... Whoosh,
yeah.
And, like, the nanotech goes on its face. You can tell it's fake. Like, when it, like, closes in on his eye, it did not look real to me. But, yeah.
Yeah, there were some parts where I was like, well, they could have
well, then again, it's not real, but still.
I know, but, like, a lot of the times, like, it just didn't really sell it for me. Like,
yeah,
I see this happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't really blame them because it was
here's one of my problems, too.
Project.
Everyone was like, on the internet, I see a lot of posts being like, holy crap, Captain America and Black Panther in a race. They're so fast beside each other, and it looks so fake. They're running beside each other, and they're jump. I did not like it. Looks so bad. Like, if they took that 1 5-second clip out of them running and just got them going, fighting the things, I would have stayed in. But, like, I was like, yeah! Huh.
It was a little... I liked it.
I like the idea, it just did not look good.
Yeah, I feel like if they didn't have the jump, it would have looked better.
Yeah, or if they kept it close up. One thing that I thought, the coolest running in a movie I've ever seen, that's a really weird thing to say, like, oh, yeah, top 10 running scenes in movies.
What, Mojo? Is that you?
Yeah, The Incredible Hulk. You know that one, have you seen The Incredible Hulk?
I've seen, like, parts of it.
Okay, do you remember,
I don't remember much of it, though.
I'll try to find it, actually. There's one, like, military soldier who's, like, pumping up full of drugs.
Yeah.
To fight the Hulk, and he's running real fast, and it looks really good. Like, he's running super fast, but it's still just a human, and it looked really believable. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't like The Incredible Hulk. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. I thought it was really good. I'm going to say it right here. I'm a fan of characters in distress working for love instead of, I don't know.
Just fighting.
I prefer it more than Ragnarok. I'll say it. I don't know. I think stories that are personal are always better than stories about cosmic, you know.
Cosmic energy.
I'm going to say it there. It's a story, personal, beautiful story. So, that was my point. They made him look like he was running
It's super duper.
Why was I even talking about that?
We were talking about Captain America, how you didn't like that part, Yeah. Did you not like the one in Civil War either then? Where they're running with the cars? Chasing Bucky?
No, that one actually looked pretty good.
Okay.
When Captain America was, like, running through the apartment, and it was, like, using his shield to just break through wall by wall.
Yeah.
That part's pretty freaking sick, too.
It's super duper.
What do you think is the darkest MCU movie?
Oof.
I'm gonna just make that a little topic, too.
Think. What is? Iron Man 1 is pretty dark, I guess, like, compared to... Yeah.
I think it's because it wasn't owned by Disney at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Civil War, maybe not really though. Even that.
I'm gonna go with Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Maybe Winter Soldier.
I have a feeling there's like certain scenes in each one where it's like, oh, that's dark.
Yeah. Which Marvel movie was like the one where you were like, oh, I shouldn't be like looking at this, like this isn't for kids. Like, there's one part that I can think specifically of, but it played me.
What one is that?
When I was watching Civil War for the first time in the theater. I think you were in that exact theater.
Was that? Oh, probably.
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, so I was watching it, and I was into it, and then Captain America takes his shield, and he's on top of Iron Man, and he's like, ka-doom, ka-doom, and he starts hitting him, and then Iron Man goes like that, and you're like, oh, he's gonna cut his head off, and then it just like hits him in the chest. But I was actually like, no.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe it was, I'm trying to think of what was... Infinity War was pretty dark at the end there, though.
Oh, yeah. Infinity War had some violence in there.
What else? Whew.
I think I'd go with I don't know why I'm thinking Winter Soldier, but I'm thinking Winter Soldier. I think it's I don't know. Maybe it's not gore-wise it's dark, but it's just like tone-wise.
Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
darkest
thinking about. Tone-wise, that's definitely the one. But I'm trying to think of like dark for like tone and like language and stuff like that. And because I'm sure there was a movie where I got out of it and I was like, oh, that's pretty dark.
Yeah.
I want to say Amazing Spider-Man, but that wasn't MCU.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because after that one, I was like, oh damn, that's
Well, I mean, if we brought Netflix into this, we'd already have an answer. But
well, what do you think is more, Punisher or Daredevil, or Jessica Jones? I guess.
You know, Punisher was dark, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Visually dark, like they mention a lot of heavy topics, and they
on the last episodes.
Yeah, on the last episode of Punisher, it was like,
that was when it started getting a little too much.
When I started watching any like spoilers, but he like totally just kills a ton of fools with like a sledgehammer in the first episode. I was like, oh, they're gonna show it, and like cuts away every time he hits someone. And I was like, oh, okay. So I think Jessica Jones is probably the darkest.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish that? I forget. No,
I didn't finish it.
Did you get to the episode?
I'm quite aware of it though.
Did you get to the episode where the guy's like, "Put your hand in the blender"?
No, that sounds bad, man.
It was terrible. Well, spoilers. It doesn't
Did
actually.
It happen?
It didn't actually but he was like, it was the suspense was just building up because he's like, turn on the blender. He's like, put your hand in it, and like he was going over to it and like slowly happening. He's like, put your hand in the blender. And
oh
it's,
my
like going down.
God.
And he's like, turn it off.
You were like, no.
I was like, oh, I can't do this now.
Yeah.
But then there's that scene in Luke Cage where the mom just grabs the guy's finger and snips it off.
Did they show?
Yeah.
It? Oh.
I wasn't a fan of that. They got like those plant cutters.
And
she just goes.
I don't know. Jessica Jones, Daredevil's pretty dark too. Sometimes.
Yeah, but
Daredevil hasn't been on the air for a while.
No, it's coming back after Iron Fist, I think.
Ugh, no one's watching Iron Fist.
I think it's gonna be better.
Hopefully.
They made him a lot better in Luke Cage when he made his appearance.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anything about the character until I watched the show, and I was like, I like the concept of this character a lot.
Danny Rand is a cool boy.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just hoping that they do the character justice, even though I don't know what justice is. Justice.
Me and Ian are directing Justice League.
That's pretty much what we're trying to say. This is what this whole podcast
This
is
is actually why they're shooting Avengers here, because we're shooting Justice League here.
They kind of want, and we're actually using all the actors from the MCU into Justice
League. Just like Tommy Cruise.
Yeah.
Green Lantern. He's actually
not you, Tommy.
No, Tommy, sit down. Thank you, Tom Cruise.
Tommy, help him.
Help him up.
Don't shake his hand.
No, hey, don't touch him.
Well, now what are we gonna do? We lost an actor. And our crew.
We could recast everyone.
Recast the crew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy, you're going first.
Second. Hello? No, I'm calling you.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Oscar, you're on this line?
No way!
What are the chances? I was phoning to recast.
You want to recast?
Wait,
that's
Oscar,
crazy. I want to recast.
Oh.
Oh, hello?
Hello? Hello? Oscar, we're breaking up.
Sorry, I just had to take a phone call.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Is yours done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So, I guess that's all the topics we'll talk about today. Can't think of anything else. Sorry for the boring podcast.
What do you do? I think it was wonderful. Thank you guys for listening and or watching.
If you liked this episode, good for you.
I'm happy for you. We liked it too.
we enjoy doing it.
We enjoy your support, and we enjoy making these. And let us know if there's anything that you want us to start doing more of. So, yeah. Links down below, of course, if you want to listen to it again for some reason, just with audio.
Yeah.
And this is our final podcast with the good lights, so
next
please,
one you'll see.
Let's all say goodbye together.
Bye.
Bye.
find a way. Life finds a way, Ian.
It does. It do. It do.
It can.
And it will.
Eh.
No. No, it won't.
No.
This is our last podcast.
Yeah.
No. All right. Thank you guys.
Cool.
And
do another podcast when stuff comes out.
or when we want to talk about something, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Kids.
trying this new thing. It's called podcasting.
If you guys haven't picked up yet, we're
Maybe-
gonna start doing this thing called a podcast.
Maybe you haven't heard of them. They're not that popular anymore.
Yeah. What should we call it?
Whoa! Hey!
Oh, we could. Why didn't I think of this sooner? EO Surf.
Surf!
That's what we should call it.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening to Surf.
I hope you swim into those.
Comment section. For those of you audio listeners, we made a nice little bit there. That's what you're missing out.
Yeah, so watch it on YouTube.
I pointed to our Limitless Conversation sign, and Oscar thought I was pointing to a body spray.
Oh my
we
God.
have
Fun
and
here.
you video listeners just tried to kill yourself because we had to explain a joke.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys.
All right, thank you.
Peace out.
Bye.